But it's okay to edify yourself, to remind you, to put you to check that it's not okay to compare yourself with others for the wrong reasons. Because there is a potential that you would get depressed. There is a potential that you get anxious. There is a potential that you question your hard work. There is a potential that you question who you are. You question your uniqueness. Be very grateful. Be very grateful for who you are. It is part of human nature to compare ourselves with others. However, with the age of this social media, it, it comes with endless scrolling of people's pictures, lifestyle, and sometimes some of these people, we might not get to meet them. We don't even know who they are. We don't even know what their inner part is. We are only looking at their outer part, what they have chosen to show to us. And we consciously or unconsciously compare ourselves to these people. Well, it's part of human nature, like I said. However, there is a potential that you begin to lose focus of your goals. You begin to lose focus on who you are. You begin to question your hard work. You begin to question your own capabilities. You start becoming very ungrateful because you cannot look at the good things right in front of you, but you're looking at what other people have in the process of scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. We waste so much time. You see, you keep scrolling deep into the night, and then you wake up in the morning again, and maybe if you have a routine, you do your routine, and then you go back to this same scrolling that never ends. How do we stop comparing ourselves to other people on social media? I'll be sharing my thoughts with you today. If this is the first time you're joining us, welcome to the Bola Adeyeye Omishade Show, a community where we support people to be the best version of themselves. So thank you. Thanks for joining us today. And yeah, if you want to watch future episodes, do not forget to click on the notification button so that you get reminders when we're going to premiere episodes. And of course, we one episode is aired every week, premiered every week. And yes, so don't forget to click on the notification bell and also like this video if you have enjoyed it at the end of the episode. So thank you. And yes, to my returning viewers, wow, I am always excited when I remember that I have people that are consistent, that love what I do, that appreciate what I do, and would love to listen to me. So thank you. It makes a lot of difference, and I really appreciate your presence. And I hope that at one way or the other, I'm able to share my thoughts in helping you to become the best and the better, or better and best version of yourselves. So thank you. Right. So how do we stop comparing ourselves to others on social media? I will start with some of the consequences of you trying to do this. I'll give you an instance. What's the best scenario to give? You see like couple, being very good couple, going on holidays, sharing their filtered pictures, sharing their homes spot on. And then you begin to, you look at all this, their pictures, you keep scrolling and scrolling, and you pay careful attention, ticking every boxes, and begin to think, oh, I really wish I want this. I really wish I have this, That is the outer part of their life. That is the filtered part of their lives that they are presenting to you on social media. It's not the reality. It is not the reality. Um, I think it was in December or so. I posted a picture of myself and my husband. We were dancing and digging it, and apparently it had lots of people view it and lots of comments. Wow, I love you. In fact, somebody said, "Oh, you this couple, you're the best couple ever." And the person was saying to me, was making that comment to me verbally. And then I said to the person, I said, the night before we had proper heated arguments, which of course is, you can't avoid that. We had, and the night before, if you had seen us, you would not believe that we were the one dancing together the next day. So it's not always the case. People would only present to you what they want you to see. They have other things going on. And look at examples, some of those celebrities, you see these influencers on social media, you see their life all perfect, and all of a sudden you hear from the news that they're divorced, and they begin to talk about things that they have gone through. And all those times that you've been following them, you think that their marriage is all perfect, their kids are all, the best kids ever. And then you're going to hear this bad things and negative things, and you begin to question. So it's not always okay to compare yourself, because it does more harm to you than good. Now, we can't do this consciously and unconsciously, and depending on the motive. Okay, when you realize that you are unconsciously comparing yourself to others, and it begins to have negative impact on you, questioning your own capabilities, you questioning, or you not being grateful for where you are, you not seeing the things that you have worked hard for, then that is when you need to start thinking, okay, I need to do something about this. Okay. But in some cases, you can't consciously do that. Maybe you're comparing yourself to somebody who you're looking up to as a mentor. You want to be like this person. That's okay, because there is a goal. There is a reason why you're actually doing the comparison. You have your set goals. You're looking up to this person. This person has done this before. I want to get to where this person is. And that's why you're actually consciously comparing yourself to that person. That's absolutely fine. But in the process where you start becoming jealous and ungrateful, then you need to start checking, okay? Because comparing yourself to others is just not okay. And it's not even fair. I think I mentioned in one of my videos, it is not fair for you to compare yourself to somebody else. Somebody has put in a lot of work, maybe in their business, and then I'll give you an example. I was speaking to a friend and I said, she sells clothes and all this, and we haven't said, I was saying to her that I'm actually thinking about the amount of work you put into taking these pictures. And then she said, oh yes, I actually take those pictures in the middle of the night when my kids are settled in bed. But those pictures come out really nice, all glamorous, and but she has actually she puts in so much time and effort to showcase those products. And then you sat down there comparing yourself to that person. It's not good enough. Because instead of you wasting time scrolling and looking and you wanting to, why don't you put that time, that effort in being a better part or better person, or trying to achieve your own goals? For example, you've seen this slim, all healthy, nice looking lady, and you want to be like that person. That time you spend scrolling on that person's page, why don't you spend the time exercising or going to the gym or doing whatever? to, if that is your own goal, because if it's not your goal, then you're actually doing it for the wrong reasons. It has to be for the right reasons. Are you doing it because you want to be healthy? Are you doing it because you're not okay with yourself? Okay, so don't spend so much time comparing yourself for no clear reason, when you don't have set goals, you don't have a justifiable reason why you want to do that. And it's if you okay, what I would try to do now is, the first thing I would always recommend is, when you start noticing that you are comparing yourself to others, is you need to ask yourself, why am I comparing myself with this person or to this person? Because am I comparing myself out of jealousy? Because it breeds jealousy, it breeds envy. And that is when you wouldn't like the person's pictures, because you're jealous. You are jealous. So you ask yourself, why? Do I want to be like this person? Have I actually put in the right amount of work? And then look at what you actually need to ask yourself, or you need to say, stop doing that. And you need to use that positive thoughts, or convert those negative thoughts into positive thoughts by being happy for that person, being happy that that person has put in the amount of work to get to where they are, and then you see that you would easily get out of this habit, and you want to be grateful for where you are. Be grateful for the things that you have done. Somebody was saying to me that she was not happy that she had a third class. And I said to her that you should be happy that that is your hard work. The environment in which you actually achieved that degree is totally different from the environment or the resources other people might have achieved that kind of achieved their own degree. So the situation is totally different. That was the best that you could do at the time. You can't improve on yourself. Okay, you can be a better person. You can work towards being, maybe learning from your failures, learning from, okay, what have I done in the past? But at the moment, this is what you have. Be grateful for it, because it is your hard work. It is what you have done. It is what you have paid so much to achieve. So why not be happy with it? And all you can do is learn from things that you could have done better and improve on them. Spend time improving on them rather than spend time mourning and comparing yourself with other people. And if you realize that you cannot stop being on social media comparing yourself with this person, maybe unfollow the person. You need to. And it's not for maybe because you hate the person, because you don't want somebody who you feel that is always influencing you to come, and you cannot control it, because sometimes you might not be able to control it. So just unfollow the person. Unfollow the person. I think I was reading sometimes, somewhere in the Bible, like talking about comparing yourself with other people. I think it's Second Corinthians, I think chapter 10, I think chapter 10 verse 2 Corinthians 10, 12 to 16. The Bible also says it's not even good. It's not healthy for you to keep comparing yourself to others. I'll put the quote on the screen. It's not, or in the caption. Because the moment you realize that you start comparing yourself to others, you lose focus of where you want to go. You lose track of who you are. You're not able to appreciate your hard work. And that is not healthy. You want to be all slay. I was having a photo shoot, and the photographer who was taking the picture was saying, oh, a lot of people, before they have a photo shoot, they would have maybe had all this exercise session and maybe trained for a long time. She said, oh no, they tuck it in. The photographer does a lot of tucking in, and they tuck in all the tummy and everything, and then you look all slayed up. I'm like, oh my God, So some of those pictures is, even you ask yourself, when you want to put pictures on social media, you try to filter them, isn't it? Some people do. I do that as well. I filter my pictures, So when you know that you filter your pictures, why are you comparing yourself to somebody who is actually sharing with you a filtered life? Why? I know we can unconsciously do that, but the moment you start doing that unconsciously, you need to say, okay, stop. This is filtered life. I don't know what that person is going through in their life inside, because I am only looking at the outside. You're comparing their outside with your own inside, because you know your own reality, but you don't know what their reality is. You're well within yourself. You see all their nice makeup and the filtered pictures, but do you know, if I'm not saying this out of maybe saying somebody is ill or maybe bad thing or something. It's, you don't know what they are going through. So it's absolutely not okay for you to compare yourself with people on social media. Make the best use of the time you spend comparing and scrolling, looking at every little detail of this person's life on social media and trying to question your own life. Make the best use of the time you used to do that in improving your own life. If a colleague of mine, an old colleague of mine, was saying to that another colleague was now an associate professor, and then she regrets so much. She needs to put in so much work. And then I allowed her to go on and on and on and on. And I said to her, firstly, this, and says, oh, this person has written so many papers, is now an assistant professor. That was what it is, assistant professor, and you finished at the same time. I allowed her to keep going, and I said to her, I said, first and foremost, you are a woman who has lots of responsibilities. You have kids to look after. You have to be in your kids' life. You have job full-time. You're a full-time worker. You have, but this person is a man. He gets his wife to cook for him. He gets all this care and support from his wife. He has the time at his hands. I'm not saying he doesn't give time to his children, but compared to you, who is a mother, who is a full-time worker, who is a mom as well, you can't really compare. And then the shock, I wanted to also shock her that as a PhD holder, as a doctor, I think in the Asian part, in the Asian part of the world, when you're a doctor, you become an assistant professor automatically. And that's why that person had the assistant professor profile on title on their profile. So she had spent so much time comparing herself to something that was not true. Well, I'm not saying it's not true, but in that part of the world, when you're a doctor, you automatically become an assistant professor. So I said, you have wasted so many months biting yourself about what is not true, But the other thing she could have done was go ahead to ask the person, how do you do this? How can I learn from you? Instead of questioning her own hard work or questioning herself on something that was not true. You see, so sometimes when we find ourselves comparing ourselves to others, you might be doing the wrong thing. And it's better to ask, oh, how do you go about, you're all slim, shady, and you're healthy, you look really healthy, advise me. And then some of them will tell you, well, no, look, you can see me in reality. It's not what it is. It's all filtered. Social media is filtered. It is not reality. Please, This is the time where you need to stop comparing yourself to others on social media, because you will lose focus. You begin to have lots of anxiety. You begin to become depressed, not in all cases, but you become so anxious that you begin to question things that you should be grateful for. You begin to question your own person. You lose focus on who you are. You lose focus on your own individuality. We're all unique in our own way. But when we keep scrolling through this filtered life, we begin to question those things that makes us stand out. You know, I have come to the stage where I say to people, I am me. Nobody can be like me. I have things that actually make me stand out. That is me. That is why I am Bola. You know, I'm not saying there are other people that would not want to be like me, or, you know, but they can never be me. They would have things that make them stand out. So you would have things that will make you stand out, and they try to spend time identifying those things that make you unique and make them your strength. Make them your strength. Spend time improving on yourself. Those times you spend scrolling, going through the circle of scrolling in deep into the night and waking up in the morning and continuing in those circles, spend that quality time in doing those things that you want, those things that you dream to have. You dream to have this big house. Spend time investing in yourself so that you can actually, those things will come. Invest in yourself and make yourself valuable. Make yourself an asset. So invest in yourself. There are different ways in which you can invest in yourself. And that is, if you're watching this up to now, you're actually investing in yourself, because we need to edify ourselves. I know that you might have heard this several times, but it's okay to edify yourself, to remind you, to put you to check that it's not okay to compare yourself with others for the wrong reasons. Because there is a potential that you would get depressed. There is a potential that you get anxious. There is a potential that you question your hard work. There is a potential that you question who you are. You question your uniqueness. Be very grateful. Be very grateful for who you are. If you found out that there is somebody who he's in the habit, it's like I said, it's human nature, is in the habit of comparing themselves, saying, oh, I don't like this about me. I don't like this about me. Share this with them, because they need to hear this. We are all unique in our own way. Identify your own strength. Identify that thing that makes you different. Work on it and use it to stand out. Use it to shine. If you have found this very useful, do not hesitate to give it a thumbs up. And I also want to hear from you. What are the things you have done in the past? Things that you keep doing to stop comparing yourself to others. Leave them in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Others want to hear from you. We're here to support ourselves. And also, as I said, as I used to say, if you have questions or you have topics that you want me to get people to come and talk about, or you want me to treat, please do not forget to send me an email as usual. Like all our social media page, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. Do not forget to go there and click on the like buttons, support us and support what I do as well. And yes, thank you so much for watching. And yes, as usual, I would see you next week. And this is Bola Adeyeye Omeshade. Bye.